Time now for the morning rush. As a warning for pet owners in Rio Rancho this morning, keep your dogs inside. Last week, News 13 told you about a string of dogs suddenly dying in the Northern Meadows neighborhood. Rio Rancho police say pet owners who think something could be wrong should first take their pet to the vet, then file a police report.
We have some changes in that forecast. The high that's over the state going to shift on east into Texas. That's going to allow moisture to wrap around the western side of that high, moving right into New Mexico. That's going to increase the shower and thunderstorm chances for the entire state, as well as southern Colorado as we head into Saturday and Sunday. Crystal?
We'll be there when the president arrives in El Paso this afternoon. He's set to visit with survivors and families still grieving after this weekend's mass shooting. Some are asking the president not to come, though. However, the local police department says it's important that all leaders, local, federal, and state, come together to remember the victims that lost their lives.
New at 6, chaos ensues in Times Square after a crowd mistakes a backfiring motorcycle for a mass shooter. The panic last night was captured on camera. The bike was in a large group of motorcycles traveling through the area. Now, police say they received several 911 calls. Several pedestrians suffered minor injuries during the stampede.
Scary that we think about that now. An Albuquerque firefighter facing multiple charges, including criminal damage and DWI. Court documents say Randolph Cruz was arrested on Sunday night. When police arrived, officers say Cruz ran at them, blew well above the legal limit, and is accused of damaging the front yard of that home.
New Mexico's Department of Health has just over 1 week to file a response. This would be to reverse a judge's order that ID cards be issued to qualifying patients in the state's medical marijuana program, no matter where they live. The Journal reports that order was in response to a petition where 3 people claimed they were denied their medical cannabis program applications.
An Albuquerque homeowner charged with murder for shooting an alleged burglar. Police say 35-year-old Mario Figueroa caught 2 people burglarizing his car outside of his house back in May. Now, they say the homeowner told police he called 911 after hearing gunshots, but now police say surveillance video shows that he was the one who opened fire on the suspect who died on scene. Chris.
Crystal, let's take a look at that Metro Threat Index today. I have it at a 3. Not only are we going to deal with hot afternoon temperatures here in the metro above average, we're going to see some isolated to scattered storms as well. Any storm can produce cloud to ground lightning as well as that chance of flash flooding. Crystal.
Leo County is asking for your opinion about changes to a community center in northwest Albuquerque. The county recently received a grant to design and construct a pool at the Raymond G. Sanchez Community Center. They're now seeking input during a meeting from 6 to 7 tonight.
A man could be facing charges for staging a protest against the removal of an old tree in Santa Fe. Tree doctor Steve Thomas protested yesterday as a tree that has stood in the Santa Fe Plaza for decades was being cut down. The owners of the property it stands on says it's a liability after a branch fell on a woman. Thomas says the tree could have been saved. Looking ahead for you, electric buses will soon be hitting the streets of Albuquerque, but they won't be part of the ART project. Yesterday, the city announced it's received more than $2 million in federal funding to bring the first electric buses to regular ABQ ride routes. Mayor Tim Keller says the plan is to phase in more as older buses age out.
As you head out the door this morning, you may see an increase of birds in the sky. That's because more Cooper's hawks are currently in Albuquerque. They're normally found in the mountains and rural areas, but lately they've started to become an urban bird. The group called Hawks Aloft says it's because more people are feeding common birds who are prey for the hawks.
A group of New Mexico United fans, they are now taking matters into their own hands. This is all to spread the team's news. Those behind Somos Unidos News say while their love for the team inspired them to start writing, the newspaper reports on the entire New Mexico community. The newest issue drops this week, so you can swing by a number of local businesses and pick up a copy. Well, a new interactive exhibit about traditional Pueblo art is now looking for a permanent home this morning. UNM professor Clarence Cruz and Acoma Pueblo artist Michelle Loden, they now designed an interactive exhibit allowing people to design their own traditional Oya pot. Organizers are looking for a local museum to now permanently display that exhibit. Chris.
David, let's get a look at that morning drive, see how everything's moving along. Everything looking really nice out there along I-25 as well as I-40. No major accidents being reported at this time. You're taking a live look at News Tracker headed south on I-25 near the Big I. Everything moving really nice out there. Crystal, back to you.
All right, here's a fun story for you. A woman trying to get her children's book off the ground. It's inspired after Albuquerque. 2 years ago, Kelly Earhart and her family were in town after her kids had a hard time pronouncing Albuquerque, saying Albert's cookie instead. Kelly wrote Albert's cookie about Albert and a high-flying adventure with his quirky cookie. Earhart has launched a book tour. She's looking for help with that. For more details, go to alwaysonkRQE.com.
Welcome back. Time now for the 5 facts.
We start with number 5 here this morning. A woman is trying to get her Albuquerque-inspired children's book off the ground. 2 years ago, Kelly Earhart and her family were in town, but her kids had a difficult time pronouncing Albuquerque, instead calling it Albert's Cookie. That inspired her book, Albert's Cookie, which is about Albert and his high-flying adventure with his quirky cookie. For details on her Kickstarter for a book tour, go to alwaysonkRQE.com.
At number 4, a group of New Mexico United fans, they are now taking matters into their own hands to spread the team's news. Somos Unidos News, a publication sparked from the passion for New Mexico soccer, covers players' interviews, features fans, and a kids section by United's mini reporter, that is Little Miss. But those behind the Somos Unidos News say that they now cover more than just the game. It includes community events, along with a community calendar. Their next goal is to start covering school sports during United's off-season.
And at number 3, it's shaping up to be a wet weekend for the metro as well as the rest of the state. Flash flooding possible as well as cloud-to-ground lightning.
At number 2, there's a lot of concern in Rio Rancho this morning after up to 20 dogs have died in one neighborhood. This morning, the Homeowners Association in the Northern Meadows neighborhood is now warning pet owners to keep their dogs inside. Some neighbors are now concerned that the pets are being poisoned. Rio Rancho Police is involved, along with the Animal Control Department. Police are telling pet owners if they think something could be wrong, first take their dog to the vet and then file a police report.
Number 1, now today, President Trump set to visit Dayton, Ohio and El Paso, the 2 cities targeted by recent mass shootings. On his agenda, meet with survivors and victims' families and first responders still grieving from the shootings that left more than 30 dead. We're learning this trip is not being received with open arms. If you want to see more on the coverage, go to our website, alwaysonkRQE.com.